Hi, this is Chris Young, and welcome to Good News on Tap for the second Sunday in Advent, brought to you for the first time in high definition. Suppose you got up early one Sunday morning and went to church because you felt it's the right thing to do. I mean, we're supposed to go to church on Sunday, aren't we? The instant you walk in the door, you saw the preacher standing at the front of the congregation, and he was some goofy-looking guy with a scraggly beard and a scruffy coat made out of camel hair. Suppose further that the instant he saw you, he pointed to you and said, "You dirty snake, you horrible rotten person, by what right do you come to this church?" Well, you'd probably turn around and walk right out, never come back again. In some sense, that's the scene we have in today's gospel, when the Pharisees and Sadducees come to John the Baptist. John knows what hypocrites they are, and he knows that they're only coming either to challenge him or to put on a show that they're holy enough to be baptized. He knows their hearts have no intent of repenting. They've proven by their actions that their idea of faith is to simply go through the motions and to show off, but not to change what's in their hearts. He knows they're constantly being judgmental and looking down on sinners without seeing their own sin. The Gospel says that all of Judea was coming out to be baptized by John. And so the Pharisees and Sadducees are just jumping on the bandwagon, going along for the ride. The Gospel also says that the people were coming for baptism as they acknowledged their sins. And John could tell that these hypocrites were not about to acknowledge any sin of their own. John says he's fulfilling the prophecy where Isaiah predicted there would be one crying out in the desert, "Make straight the path of the Lord." And that's what he's doing. He's sort of a warm-up act before the main act, Jesus, comes onto the center stage. Typically, when we read this passage, we ask ourselves, what can we do to make straight the path of the Lord for other people? To be a John the Baptist for other people? How can we help other people to know the unconditional love of God and enjoy a deeper relationship with Him? It turns out that this path we're straightening is a two-way street. Yeah, I know it's a bad cliche. Jokes aside, we need to look at our own path. Why is our path to God such a winding and treacherous path? What obstacles in our life need to be removed so that we can get straight to God without going off in different directions and taking unnecessary routes? Advent is a time to do what the Pharisees and Sadducees would not do, to take a look at our lives and see what needs to be done to prepare for the coming of Jesus on Christmas. If we're not willing to spend a little bit of time in introspection, then do we really have a right to celebrate Christmas at all? Can we go to church and sing about peace on earth and goodwill towards men if we don't have inner peace and do not have goodwill towards our neighbors? If we can't take time to make our own path straight, then we're never going to be an example to others. The first reading describes all sorts of wonderful things that will happen when the kingdom comes. The lion will lie down with the lamb and all of those other things. That'll be a signal to the entire world that they should come to God. It'll be such a place of peace and love that all nations will come to God. For as Isaiah says, His dwelling place will be glorious. No matter what we've done in our lives, no matter how much we've sinned, we are welcome to be baptized by John. We are welcome in the church, and we are welcome to celebrate Christmas. But we have to acknowledge ourselves as sinners and open ourselves up to that unconditional love and forgiveness that God offers us. As that great philosopher of Linus from the Peanuts cartoon once said, "That's what Christmas is all about, Charlie Brown." And that's Good News on Tap for the second Sunday of Advent.